In this presentation, I'll be discussing packaging design and its influence on gender stereotypes. Let's begin with the basics. What is gender? Gender is defined as the range of characteristics pertaining to femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them. Depending on the context, this may include sex-based social structures and gender identity. Gender and sex differ. Sex is a label assigned at birth by your doctor that is biologically determined as male or female. Gender, on the other hand, is much more complicated than that. Gender is a social and legal status. It's a set of expectations formed by society about behaviors, characteristics, and thoughts. Each culture has standards about the way that people should behave based on their gender. Instead of being about body parts, it's more about how you're expected to act because of your sex. Now let's get into the ways gender is negatively affected in packaging design. I'll start with a brief explanation on what packaging design is. Packaging design is the process of creating everything on the outside of a product that a consumer would buy at a store or online. This might include the container, any graphics or text on the package. Your package design is one of the most important elements in a successful product launch or relaunch. No matter how good a product is, poor packaging can keep it from selling. Research has shown that 45% of consumers take to social media to share negative views. If your packaging isn't favored, online backlash can damage your brand image. This has been shown time and time again when companies have been inconsiderate, insensitive, and outright sexist in their packaging. In 1964, Marshall McLuhan stated the medium is the message, which in this case is packaging. Marshall McLuhan is a Canadian communication theorist who coined the phrase the medium is the message. In this case, the medium is packaging. Packaging is the primary medium for how the product is perceived in retail. Since Gutenberg's 15th century breakthrough, our use of visual mediums has grown drastically. McLuhan wrote, "We shape our tools and therefore our tools shape us." The way we experience a product is through the medium, the packaging. The brands should be highly considering their packaging and ensuring it accurately depicts the image they're seeking, considering they are the suppliers of this medium, and its effectiveness will highly impact the brand itself. Baby boomers were the first generation raised in gender-specific clothing. As a result, the marketing industry realized that arbitrary color gendering shifted more units. Legos is one of the many brands responsible for gendering children's toys. As seen here, Lego Club Girls is clearly targeting young girls by using pink and purple colors and picturing girls in miniskirts, while the image on the right has a much more aggressive feel targeting young boys. This is very misinforming to what girls and boys should be like. What is even worse about this packaging is that it didn't always look this way. When you sign up for the subscription, you are told to select boy or girl. If you chose girl, you would receive the magazine on the left. However, Lego offered an option where you request a regular version, and you would receive the option on the right. Really, Lego? Their message is very clear. There are girls' things like puppies, beauty shops, and pink things, or there are boy stuff, or as Lego refers to as regular stuff, which includes things that forces you to use your imagination, takes you on adventures, and has characters with more developed personalities than all the Lady Lego friends combined. Young boys and girls shouldn't be exposed to this sort of gendering at such a young age, as it places them in a box they feel they aren't supposed to come out of. In 1981, Legos published this ad as an example of gender-neutral advertising. The ad pictures a girl proudly holding her creation, and not one bit of pink appears in the ad. By not specifying which gender the Legos are for, it allows children to experience imaginary play. Unfortunately, this gender-neutral design didn't last long, as we discussed earlier. It wasn't until October of 2021 that Lego decided to remove gender bias from its toys. A global survey the company commissioned found that while girls were becoming more confident to engage in a wide range of activities, it was not the case for boys. 71% of boys surveyed feared they would be made fun of if they played with girl toys. The study also found that parents encouraged sons to do sports or STEM activities while daughters were offered dance and dress up or baking. These insights prove how ingrained gender biases are in our society. As a result, the company decided to no longer label toys as for boys or for girls, and its website will no longer allow parents to search by gender. Gender-based pricing, also known as pink tax, is just another way packaging is tied to gender inequalities. Pink tax refers to the tendency for products marketed specifically for women, priced for more than those marketed for men. It was given the name pink tax, considering their observation many of the products affected by gender-based price discrimination are in pink packaging. Women's shampoo costs up to 48% more than men's shampoo, which is the same except for the scent. Girls' toys cost up to 13% more than comparable boys' toys. For example, a popular retailer charged $14.99 for a blue boy's helmet and $27.99 for a pink girl's helmet. Overall, women on average pay 7% more than men do for similar products. Most recent data shows that pink tax costs the average woman $1,351 a year, which is equivalent to $135,100 in 100 years. Unfortunately, many companies that present themselves as sustainable and forward-thinking, environmental and equal opportunities policies are not reflected in their design and marketing departments. Purchasing decisions are influenced by the design of the packaging, meaning that when packaging is clearly gender stereotyping, consumers' needs are often misjudged. An increasing number of people identify as non-binary, while others simply don't want to be identified by their gender. Because of these developments, packaging designers are finding new and creative solutions and choosing gender-neutral packaging for unisex products. Design helps to inform reality, and gender-neutral design is a response to the diversity of society. Gender-neutral packaging does not mean compromising on creativity, but rather discovering design possibilities that work for everyone. Thank you for listening.